Yo, what's good, YouTube? Finally making my YouTube channel. So this is one of my first videos, actually the first one that I'm shooting, but it might not be the first order, First topic has to be semen retention. I'm in my fourth year now. My hands look a little weird because I was wearing gloves. Yeah, I was getting in push-ups, bro. So my fourth year semen retention. Let me just tell you my journey and what I think, and if I advise you need to do it as well. Okay, first of all, it's your life, bro. So you need to decide what the fuck you want. I started doing this whole semen retention shit because firstly, I always felt guilty as fuck for spilling my golden seeds, you know what I mean? Always felt guilty right after, especially to porn. So I already knew something was wrong there. So yeah, that was one of the reasons. But the main reason actually was I was doing like my first year in college, and I'd get a lot of girls. But the types of girls I was getting, I'm sorry, man, I'm just looking at my dog. Let me just show you guys. Okay, no, I don't want to fuck the video up, but I'm looking at my dog and I'm checking what he's checking, and he was checking something. But the girls I was getting, man, they weren't the type of quality girls I wanted. A lot of girls wanted me, but a lot of whack girls, and the girls that I wanted were all like, nah. So I knew something was up, and I wanted to figure it out because I'm a thinker. I love getting to the bottom of shit. Like if someone tells me a problem, I don't mind it, but I'm the type to like, let's get a solution immediately, right? So if you're not into like getting solutions to problems, then I don't really like that, you know what I mean? We're not gonna vibe. So my point is, I started thinking like, it was my birthday month, May, right? I don't even celebrate birthdays, but I'm just giving you guys like proper perspective. So it was May, and every time it's like your birthday or New Year's Eve, you always think, as a thinker, you always think, yo, like, how do I make sure next time this year I'm not where I am? So with me, it was a situation where I was like, every time I wanted to ejaculate, or I ejaculated, like especially to porn, I always thought, yo, what if I just kept this shit in until I get the girl that I want? Not the girls that I settle for, like low-hanging fruits, because there's plenty of those, but like the ones that I want, like the really upper echelon chicks that make me go, whoa, she fine, and she fun to be around, and she's smart, you know what I mean? Like a chick who kind of takes more than just the physical box. So it was something I was thinking about, right? So I just decided that, sooner I was like, because I was still addicted to masturbation and shit like that. So I was like, let me rather fuck, not just fuck, but also ejaculate like through porn and shit, because I was addicted. Because I thought about this mid-May, and my birthday is in like 2nd of May, so this only hit me mid-May, and then I was like, let me jack off continuously throughout this month, and then by the end of the month I'm gonna start this journey, right? Because then it's like a proper clean slate. Like I don't wanna have to remember dates and shit like that. Rather just know that by the end of that month it was the last of it. So I continuously jacked off right throughout May. So here's where it gets interesting. I was also like really in search of the riches, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me read these books that I've been had on my phone. The obvious, The Secret, Think and Grow Rich. What type of books did I have? The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Those type of books like that incorporate you getting what you desire through using what you already have, what you were born with, what you came here with. Because I always innately knew that God wouldn't wouldn't bestow the power of bringing things into existence to only people who can afford certain things. You know what I mean? Because it's spiritual, and if it's spiritual and our souls that we all have are also spiritual, then clearly we all have what this thing is that can bring things from the invisible or the mind to the physical, right? So the book that resonates with me the most was Think and Grow Rich, because The Secret I had been applying, and for me it was a hit and miss, you know. So I couldn't really credit The Secret to anything, because it was like, well, half of the shit would happen, not even half, like less than half would happen, and the others wouldn't. Most wouldn't. So clearly something was missing there, you know. So Think and Grow Rich, I just like, I think I went through like the, what do you call it, the contents page, and then something stuck to me. I mean, stuck out, yeah, like a sore thumb, and it was the sex transmutation topic. So I went straight to that, and when I read that, I was like, holy shit, this shit links exactly to, you know what I mean, like to what I was thinking innately, you know what I mean, like I just knew that shit. So then I kept reading that over and over until it started getting boring. So once it got boring for me, I started doing research on YouTube, right? Sex transmutation, and then that's how I stumbled on semen retention. So I was already practicing it because it just felt like right, you know. It felt like, you know, like as a kid, and even as a grown man, bro, like what's right feels right, what's wrong feels wrong. So it's not even about being righteous or better than the next man. What's right for you is right for you. What's not is not. So I felt the shit was right. So that's why I really stuck to my guns and did it. And then I read Think and Grow Rich. So then I started making like a goal for myself, which was don't ejaculate, don't even have sex. So the last time I had sex was in 2019, Feb, by the way. It was a chick. Hey, another video. It's a tricky story. I don't wanna, you know, fuck up this message. So what I did was, what did I do? Yeah, I went on semen retention type channels, heard and listened to what they were saying, and started really following what they were saying, because we were all on pretty much the exact same mindset, where we've all had years of just spilling our seeds and fucking with our golden sack and mistreating it and giving it to whatever you jacked off on, whether it's the starch or just toilet paper or whatever you use. And then I just started realizing that, nah, man, like this whole porn thing is really fucking you up, you know what I mean? Obviously that was an addiction too, so I still had moments where I'd watch porn, but I wouldn't ejaculate, because I thought that was better than not ejaculating, until I realized that it actually fucks up my psyche. So once it fucks up my psyche, that fucks up with like my mindset and my ability to bring things into existence, because the kingdom of God, bruh, it's inside your mind, you know what? It's your mind pretty much, because that's what you use to communicate with the all, you know? So that shit just opened my mind up for real. And I'm looking at the time, it's like 9 minutes, and I think I'm gonna go on. I don't give a fuck how long my videos are, because I know a lot of people try to make the videos 10 minutes, 15 minutes to grab people's attention, but whoever resonates will resonate, and whoever won't, it's none of my business, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this shit because I cuddle friends, you know what I mean? Because a lot of my friends weren't about this life. They were still smoking. I used to smoke, and slowly but surely I stopped smoking, because then what this leads you on, this journey of semen retention leads you to, especially if you have that type of personality, it leads you to self-knowledge, like knowledge of self, and to dive deeper into that, you know what I mean? To the point where you don't get entertained by the shit that used to entertain you. And the shit that used to entertain you, like the weed, the thoughts, and the instant gratification, the sex, the alcohol, that shit is technically what like held you and your friends together. So once you stop doing all of that shit, automatically the relationship is going to start deteriorating. And that's okay, bro. Like, as long as it's still love. Some of them obviously will turn on you and all of that. That's on them. I just keep showing love, gratitude, and I'm always there for them as far as I feel like I need to. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just saw someone I wasn't expecting to see anyone, but you do bump into people from time to time. But and you already know they always look at you extra when you're making a video like this. But I'm not doing this for them, now am I? So as I was saying, if anything, he's gonna watch it if he watches YouTube, and he's gonna learn something or relate, and we can just kick game. So as I was saying, man, firstly, just know I reply to every comment and everything. Like even on my Facebook is Gungu Joy, Gungu Joyi. Like on my Facebook, I respond to all the DMs. I get so many DMs from gay dudes, and that's a topic for another day. I'm super straight though, but I'm also a personal trainer, so I wouldn't say no to clowns because they're gay, bro. Fuck that. But back to the topic. So I ended up just being so alone to where one of my friends who had been practicing semen retention just automatically, like he didn't even do this research, but he loves when I kick game about this type of stuff. I just started spending so much time with him, but then obviously we're both busy, and whenever he's free, I'm not. Whenever I'm free, he's not. So that shit just had me like gaining knowledge of self, whether by YouTube videos, research, or just introspection and just random thoughts and piecing things together. I started realizing that, nah, man, I really need this YouTube channel so that I can also release, This is a form of venting for me. That's why I'm not even gonna tell my YouTube channel name. I'm not gonna give that out to my social media on IG or Facebook because I have family there who won't understand this type of concepts and thinking. And I don't want to risk looking crazy to people, Especially where I'm at right now. I'm not financially free yet. And I'm not making enough money to where they can't cancel me. Once I get that much cash, then I'm putting my YouTube channel on all my bios, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you guys are gonna get offended so the fuck what. But at the moment, I'm not there yet, so I have to keep this under wraps. You feel me? I'm keeping this shit under wraps. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing zero promotion, even though I have a few thousand followers on my Facebook and Instagram. I'm not gonna tell them about this. They're gonna have to find this shit. You feel me? And I'm kind of hoping they don't. Like I want people who think like me, and a lot of those people on my IG and Facebook definitely don't. So on this journey, man, I've grown. I've definitely grown. I've learned so much. And another thing that I knew that I had to like have a YouTube channel was because too many of my bros are like, bruh, please have a YouTube channel. Like, please start posting. You feel me? Let me show you my dog. New. It's my boy. He's my boy. Yeah, it's my doggy. And he's literally become my best friend, like man's best friend for real, bro. He's always down for these walks. So once I got this new phone, I was like, I kind of don't have any excuse, because initially what I was thinking was, yeah, I have to have all of the equipment. Bro, that's bullshit. You have a phone. Start shooting what you're thinking about, Like-minded people will resonate, and you just keep moving forward. So yeah, the journey's been epic. the goals have been a lot, a lot in the sense that a large quantity of them have been throwing it. Oh my god, I've had to and that's just not easy, bro. That shit is not easy, but it can be done, especially when you know what you want. So with me, what I want and what I know I deserve is all the riches, all the riches that can have me feeling calm, protected, and my family in the same way, and loved ones, man. So for me, semen retention, man, is super powerful, super key. You need that shit. You definitely need that shit. Like, it's not a coincidence you feel so drained after you ejaculate and you want to sleep. Sleeping is great. Sleeping is epic. And I'm going to make a video about how I use sleeping to even manifest what I want. But you can't be sleeping all day, bruh. Like, gotta be grateful to be alive, You gotta come see Mother Nature, my nigga. Like, Mother Nature is right here and giving you the oxygen so you can give it the carbon, dioxide, and it's a beautiful transition and exchange, so super epic. I'm just loving life at the moment and practicing patience. And with patience, it's what's interesting about that is it's not always a choice to practice that shit. Like, sometimes life is like, hey, we're gonna teach you about patience, because we all want it now, especially with the type of time we're living in. You want it now. But yeah, life teaches you that there's a time for everything. It's a season for everything. So you just keep putting in the work, and when it's time to reap the reward, that's great too. But that doesn't mean we stop. So that's just what it is, man. So yeah, this is my first YouTube video. Feels good. I'm about to make another one right now, actually. Probably gonna make a few before I bounce from the spot. So later, bruh. Peace, and it's all love. And I just got a message. I respond to all the messages, all the comments. And yeah, let's kick some game, bro.